So hello people that I'm not really going to do much of an intro here. I just want to talk about it and I want to be very straight for people here. So we only have one island. Let's be totally honest here. We live in the island of Ireland. We have our island. We have nothing else. We have no colonies. We have nothing else to gain, I suppose, in the world stage. I suppose you could say. But the one thing we have forgotten about, and the one thing we always have forgotten about, as Irish people, one thing we take for granted, it's our homeland. We go off to other countries, we go off to Australia, fair enough, we go to New Zealand, we're fair enough. But we forget that we have only one place to call home, which is Ireland. And we see our country before our own eyes. We see our country being made a mess of, being made of dup, I suppose you'd call it. And forgive me for saying it, but we see parts of Ireland, the rural parts of Ireland, rural parts of Cavan, my location in Cavan, rural Ireland, rural beautiful Ireland, the lakes, beautiful mountains, beautiful scenery, being made dubs off by people that don't care for the nature, the natural beauty of Ireland, the natural countryside of Ireland. That so many people died for, and there's so many people, rebelled against empires, so we could have our own. We could call it Ireland. And, we see people making little of, history in the historical sites, dumping bags and dumping things. And, when I say to people, we have to do something, we only have one island. We are blessed, we're so blessed to have an island. This is all we have. We only have our islands. We have beautiful lakes, we have beautiful mountains, we have beautiful everything, beautiful landscape, lovely green fields. And we have nowadays, sadly, when I was growing up, you could look at green fields, there was loads of green fields. Now you look at the green fields, you just see black bags and you see mattresses being dumped and you see everything being dumped, and it's a disgrace. And I know people be saying that's up to the councils to do, but there's only so much, the council can do. There's only so much. I know people saying that the government, they should be able to do it, which is right, which is correct, but there's not enough funding as there used to be for councils. There's not enough manpower either for councils. And I'm saying to people, there is an element, to everybody. This is my own opinion. Like half of my summer, like I go to college, all my summer, majority of 2%, 98%. Of my 98.7% of my summer was out cleaning legal up and cleaning the environment. So that was, and not getting paid. Wasn't paid a cent. The council didn't even come out to help me. So there's the ads there, and I give it up. I give up my whole time. Only 2% I had was to go to sleep and make a few videos. That's all I had. No holidays at all. No days off. Only one day off out of 3 months. So that's something, I'm not saying to people to do that. That's not absolutely amount too much time put into it. And, that's very hard. It's very hard on people, to be getting up every morning and to do that. And I wouldn't say to people to do, like, if you get a spare minute, clean up a small bit. I'm not asking people to go to Antrim and clean up half of Antrim and then come down to Cavan, clean up half of Cavan, then go to Dublin and clean up half of Dublin. Just do a small bit. Everybody does a small bit. I know people say, like, the one thing people always say, and which they're right in saying, I know people have to pay for things if they have to get rid of it, if they put it into their own trash. Why should I do it? I understand why people do it. I understand why people say that. Because it's not up to them. It's up to the state. They pay their taxes to the council does it. And I would say to people, we do have responsibility as people who, live on this island. We have responsibility to clean our island, to keep our island maintained as much as humanly possible. No matter if you have to go and clean every lake in the country, we have a responsibility to keep this island as clean as humanly possible for the next generation of Irish people to come. That's what our goal should be. We should try and protect our island and keep our island as beautiful as humanly possible. Because we are blessed. Let's be honest, we are so blessed. There's countries that would die to have as many lakes and amount of beautiful scenery and the amount of tourism we have because of our beautiful landscape. And we see people, and I've seen a picture the other day on Facebook, and it was people dumping bags of the cliff or more and just firing off the edge of the cliffs. You know, like, let's be honest. Who would do that? Who would do that? Seriously, who would do it? Because I tell you one thing, nobody who had a bit of decency and a bit of cop on, had a bit of respect for, you know, the history behind the place, every road has its own story to tell. And you know, we should always respect that, we should always remember that. And we should always remember, no matter where we are in the world, no matter where the Irish people are everywhere in the world, in every part of the world. There's people in France, there's people in Germany, there's people in Spain. We should never forget that we only have one island. This is our island. Our ancestors have been here for donkeys and donkeys years. And we have a responsibility now, in 2019, to try and maintain our island to the best of our abilities. And I'm not saying to people, you know, kill yourself walking and keep going out every night and do it, or go out every 10 minutes of the day and do it. I'm saying to people, you know, if you see a small bit of rubbish and there's a bin nearby, you know, just pick it up. I know people be saying I'm not the council, which is totally fine, because if you were the council, they wouldn't do it anyway. So, but you know, it's always, you know, everybody has to do the small bit. As simple as that. Like what I do is unbelievable amount of it. Like, it's not even a small bit. It's an absolutely absurd amount of work I do. But you know, I'm happy doing it. I'm happy out doing it. So that's the main thing. As long as you're happy, like, it's, you know, you get a sense of pride in your community when you do it. And that's what we say to people, you know, get involved in tidy towns. It's obviously a good social effect too, because you always slag each other, because I'm always slagging my tidy towns community. I'm like, oh, come on, you cultural men. And it's great fun. It's great fun. I do enjoy the tidy towns. It's really great fun. We do obviously a huge amount of work, and you know, it's good to look back and see the amount of work that's been done, because I'm smiling here because I'm just thinking about the amount of work, and I can see my face because I'm smiling and the rest of that crack, and I'm just walking around with my hands and that. But off topic, but we only have one island. We have to try. My point is, we have to try, because we are going to have children. If we're young, if you're my generation, we're all going to have children maybe in a few years' time. You know, we all want to try and see our children living in a clean, prosperous country. And we should all strive towards trying to make that humanly possible. And the time, you know, we could protest and protest and protest and protest about the council's not doing enough. But the responsibility is with the Irish people. And the Irish people have to help, you know, the council. Whatever, I know people are saying they get an absurd amount of money for doing their job, which is right. But it all comes down to helping. We all have to do our bit, I suppose it's in society. But anyway, I have enough rambling on. Subscribe for more, and bye.